Hi, this is Christine Crowle here, and welcome to my channel. And I wanted to talk this evening about retirement. I'm a Gen X, for example, and I'm 59 years old. So clearly, I need to be more thoughtful about what my retirement plans are going to be, for example. And I was reviewing this the other day because there's been a lot of news about the Waspi pension for women that were born 1950, 1960, for example, in between that era, and that they've been shortchanged, they're due money that they should have been paid for their pension, for example. And even the ombudsman had said that it was unfair and that they was meant to be paid compensation for the loss that they've had. Now, the stunning situation that's happening in the press and also because they're striking understandably because they feel as if they've been betrayed, and even to the point that Rachel Reeves was actually stood next to them in 2020 saying yes, you should get your pension, for example. And what I find really shocking is that although it was the ombudsman that said that these women must get their pension compensation, for example, the Labour government has decided not to give it to them and has overturned it, which I don't understand, because obviously you always think that the ombudsman is the one that is like a fair body and will speak for the good of the people, for example. But yet the Labour has decided to say no, they're not going to get this compensation, and we're not going to back down on this. So the pensioners, the women, are feeling betrayed, clearly, understandably, for example. But it's made me think about my pension as well, in terms of, how long do you work for? Usually people work till it used to be 60, and then it pushed to 65, for example, and then for me, it's pushed to 67, for example, is retirement age, for example. But it's made me look at what plans I need to do to make sure that I've got an income, because just because someone's getting a pension doesn't mean to say that that's going to cover all of the bills and expenses, which it clearly doesn't. This is why you're seeing some pensioners are on the poverty line. They're really going without. They're struggling. And it's made me think, is this pension going to be available to people, years down the line, where the state pension I'm referring to here. So it's made me obviously think that, yes, okay, Christine, you're going to continue working, okay? And I want to work for as long as possible anyway. I'm not saying I don't want to not work, because I think I would struggle not working, for example. So, but for me, I would like to semi-retire, for example, and to try and do some of the things that I wanted to do many years ago, because I've been putting things off because I've been in business for like 40 years, for example. So I put a lot of things off that I've really wanted to do in life. I mean, at one point I didn't even have a vacation for 25 years. That's a long time to not go on holiday, for example. So there's a lot of things that I want to do before I retire. I don't want to just wait until I've stopped and retired. Then I'm trying to get this moment of what I want to do. I want to be able to do that now. But it's made me think about my time when I get my pension, for example. I still want to have income streams. I still want to have legacies, and this is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, is because I want a legacy for myself and my family. I haven't worked 40 years to not have that, to build that, for example. And I also want the coaches, for example, that I am showing how to do what I do, to be able to leave a legacy. But I also want my clients as well, the ones that are willing to do the work, put the work in, to leave a legacy as well. So I want us to all help one another that want to help themselves too, for example. So it's made me think about, what will I get when I'm pension age? Will it be pushed back again? Because before it was 65 and then it got pushed to 67. So is it going to change again because of this uncertainty that we're going through? So this is the reason why I'm also building my income streams, for example, i.e. YouTube is one of them. Because if I can, I'm monetized on YouTube, so I'm making money on YouTube, but my key is to help my clients and to help people that want to start a business, or to help people that are struggling in business, especially in particular because I've been there before. For example, when the recession hit, and I feel it's coming around the corner, for example. That's why I'm doing so much business strategy. That's why I'm talking about business recovery as well. But when we're looking at the YouTube channel, I'm doing the YouTube channel as well to get, for example, residual income coming from me doing videos, offering value, content, training, education, awareness, branding, things like that. I'm also looking for sponsorships, because I've been approached by a couple of sponsors, for example, but I'm also looking for sponsorships that I want to work with, that I've actually worked with the items, for example. So for me, I want to be able to earn from YouTube, for example, money that is going to be like a additional income, because I don't necessarily want to retire when I'm 67. I want to work for as long as possible, and this is why I'm doing the YouTube every day, and I'm posting multiple times a day, because I want to see how it works, so that I can then pass this on to you, my clients, or to people that want to do a YouTube channel that's, in there, that's a for example, that is a Gen X generation, because we all think, oh, am I too old to be on YouTube? This is for the young people, etc., etc. But you've got such a wealth of knowledge that you can help so many people with what you can specialize in. Just like I've got my specialisms, you have also got your specialisms. So what is it that you can offer? And if you're like pension age, because the pension is not enough to live on, especially if you live in the UK, it is very difficult to live on a pension by itself. So you've got to, if you're able to, perhaps look at doing a YouTube channel and talking about things that you like to talk about and do things you like to do and show people and give them inspiration to start a YouTube channel. This is the reason why I'm talking to you today, because you know, people seem to think they can't do it when you actually can. It doesn't matter what we look like, you know, whether we've got grey hair, blonde hair, whatever, you know, you can do it. And like I said, I'm here on YouTube as looking at an additional income stream to what I already do, because I know that the pension is not enough to live on, for example. And in the news, there's the Waspi women, for example, and I really feel for them, because I feel that's like a part of me, you know, going through something like that. They're fighting for what they should have had, for example. And with the ombudsman turning around and saying, yes, you can have this compensation, for example, and then Labour overturned it and said, no, you can't have it. Imagine how they must feel. They must be feeling really hurt right now, because they were looking forward to it. The DWP was like, yep, we're ready to pay you out. Payments are coming soon. And then suddenly, no, you're not getting anything. The government has stopped getting this money. So it's made me think that, you know, I need to do additional streams of income and not just rely on the pension, because that is not enough. And it could change. They could say, right, okay, you're not going to get your pension now till you're 70 years old. And that's another change. And that, again, people are going to have to wait another 3 years, for example, if it's my age, for example, because I remember when it was 65 and then it just jumped to 67. And some of them are 60, they've got to wait till they're 68 because of the time of the year and the year that they were born. So I want to encourage you to start a YouTube channel. I can help you to do it, because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking here, showing you about what it is that I offer, my skills, but you've got skills as well that you can offer. So think about what it is that you can offer as a creator and offer it, because I know it will be valuable to people. Look, I'm 59 and I'm on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. But, you know, my point is I'm going on here every single day, and I'm going live every day currently at the moment, and I'm posting videos every day, multiple videos, as well as the shorts. And I'm doing this to see how it works properly. You know, because when I first started it in 2016, I had my YouTube and I was talking, for example, not when I first started, but 2016, I was being serious about doing videos, and I was actually getting calls. So you can do the same in your business, for example, because when you look at what your pension is, what you'll get, you can go onto the UK websites or wherever you are in the world. Look, there's a website that you can go on to find out when your pension age is and what money you'll actually get as well. And, you know, for me, it's important that I look at the additional income streams that can be created, whether it's crafting, whether it's making something, which I love to do anyway. I love coming on YouTube here, talking to you and just talking about the business and different things, as well as cooking, because that's part of being in business, part of being a CEO, part of being an entrepreneur is that you need to eat. So I'm showing you cooking programs that are good for your body, that's going to give you that longevity, the vitality, the energy boost, the natural food, heart health food. Things like this is what I want to show you so that you can live for as long as possible. I also show you my fitness regime as well, my walking for an hour and a half a day, me doing my HIIT exercise for 15 minutes a day, for example. All of these things, and also the CEO life. I'm going to do that once a week. I did one last weekend, and I'm going to do that once a week because I enjoy doing that while I'm out walking. I like to show the beautiful place that I live in Cyprus. I also am talking about semi-retirement because it's something that I am also thinking of doing, for example. And I also want people, CEOs as well as entrepreneurs, to think about what is their semi-retirement age, and then when will they actually retire? What does their retirement look like? What will you be doing? Will you be traveling? Don't wait for when you retire to do what you want to do. Do it now, because tomorrow is not owed to you. So you don't know what tomorrow will bring. So do what it is that you love to do now, for example, and enjoy your life now. Don't defer. Don't defer and say, oh, I'll wait until I'm retired, or I'll wait until I've got this, because that will never, it could never come, for example. So don't take life for granted. Do the things that you want to do, that make you happy, and don't defer it to a later date. So the websites for the UK, there's the government website to see what your pension age is, for example, and really look into that, because like I said, I feel I feel sad for the Waspi women. I really, really do, because to strike and to do polls and to really show force, strong force within the UK, and for it to be agreed by the ombudsman that they should get compensation, and they haven't. It hasn't come, and they're still fighting for it. They must feel betrayed. I just don't understand. But it made me come on here tonight to say this, that tomorrow's not owed to us. We don't know what's going to happen with pensions, and how much, what year we'll get it, for example. All of these things, we've got to look at what we can also do to control, because even when you get the pension, it's not enough to live on. So what is it are you going to do that's going to give you extra income without you having to work hard? You want to work smarter. So that's why I'm saying to you, create a YouTube channel. Even if it takes you a year, for example, just do it part-time. You just come on once a week. You don't have to be like how I am, 7 days a week, because I'm testing what works, I'm testing what doesn't work. So this is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to be sharing my results with you. But I have been getting paid from YouTube monthly, for example, because of these videos, because I am monetized, and I want to be able to show you how to be monetized as well. Don't get me wrong, they're not paying me thousands and thousands of pounds, for example. It's hundreds of pounds, for example, but it pays for something, so I'd love for you to comment here and let me know, have you started a YouTube channel? Are you over 40, for example, or even over 50 and started a YouTube channel? because you have got so much to offer. There's a shortage of women as well as men over 50 on YouTube. And if you want help with that, I can certainly help you with that, because I'm at 35,000 subscribers. I want to get to 100 subscribers. So I want to get to 100 subscribers. I want to get to, say, for example, 10K a month. For example, that's with sponsors. That's with my AdSense revenue, my YouTube revenue, for example, affiliates, for example. I'm not talking about my business, because my business is another income stream, but I also want to get 10,000 from YouTube, from the YouTube channel, for example. So do drop a message here, like and subscribe as well if you haven't subscribed. But if you're not on YouTube, get on YouTube now. Get on YouTube now and make a start now, because they need you. YouTube is like the new Netflix, yeah? And we've all got stories to tell. We've all got things that we can share and help one another with. Let's build a community. Let's collaborate. Let's build a community. If you love doing crafting, things like that, you could be showing that on YouTube. Look, I'm doing cooking programs because I love to cook. And I started it in 2020 when the lockdown happened, and I was like, well, I might as well. I love cooking, so let me get on YouTube, let me do some cooking shows. But I didn't actually get around to putting them all on there because I was like feeling a bit embarrassed, but now I'm not bothered, because at the end of the day, I know that I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I hope that I will help others to do the same and to try the recipes that I do, because they're healthy recipes. And if we can live for as long as we possibly can, then that has to be a good thing. By being fit, and by looking after our bodies, by eating the right foods, for example, we can't go wrong. When it's our time, it's our time. But we're here, so let's make the most of this. Let's make the most of what we got to offer and share it with other people as well. And that's your gift. That's your gift. And, like I said, I get paid from YouTube, for example, for me speaking, for example, like I am now, for example, and you get paid with, people can sponsor you, to talk about their products and things like that. It just makes sense to do that, because at the end of the day, like I said, when I looked at those women that are, regarding their pension, and they're not being compensated for it, and also the pension is not enough to live on. There's so many things that the elderly people are going through right now. They're the quiet ones that we're not hearing about. So I just wanted to jump in here anyway and just say this video and just say to you, what's stopping you from opening up your YouTube channel? I would love to help you to set up your YouTube channel. I would love to help you to look at what you're going to be saying. For example, if you're worried about what do I say, what can I talk about, what can I do, I can give you some advice as well. Alright, so comment here if you want some advice and I'll reach out to you, of course. I'll also put my link here if you want to book a free 15-minute appointment. You can talk to me about your YouTube channel and what you'd like to do with it, for example, or how it's going, for example. If your YouTube channel is doing really well, that is great, that's wonderful. This is why we're here on YouTube, for it to do really well. And you don't have to do a video every day. You don't have to do a video, you could do a video once a week, just once a week. A quality video once a week will grab people's attention, and they'll subscribe to your channel, and then they then get notifications, and then they then watch your videos, for example. And also it's evergreen. It's like it's there. It will always be there, and you'll always get paid for it. You could have videos like me. I've had videos from like 10 years ago, and you being paid for it, for example. So it's a good thing to do, and I'm doing it. It's an experiment, and I'm really going into it full on, so that I can see the results, and so that I can pass this on to my clients as well. All right, so I hope you're having a wonderful day. Do like and subscribe, and share with someone that you feel would benefit from this as well. Like I said, there's no reason why we can't do it. We've got a mouth, we've got a voice, we can do it. Okay, so thank you so much. Take care. Bye.